Good morning, everyone. I am Bhavigal from the channel Intelligent Kids. Today, in this vlog, we will learn about the skeletal and the muscular systems. This chapter is for class 5. So, friends, let's come to the function of the skeletal system, the function and the structure. The skeletal system includes bones. The skeletal system has bones, we all know that, and tissues that are important for supporting, protecting, and moving your body. And they are basically connective tissues. They are used for supporting. Like there is a connective tissue that is in a foot. It is a tendon. I will tell you what is a tendon later. Don't worry about that. It is used for supporting the body. And try to bend your ear. There is something hard, fleshy type structure that is also a connective tissue. It is for protecting our ear from damages. And bones and connective tissues both help us in moving our body. Now, our skeletal system is made up of two parts, the appendicular and the axial skeleton. Now you just focus on this diagram. The red highlighted portion is the axial skeleton and the white portion which is left is the appendicular skeleton. The axial skeleton has 80 bones, friend, and it is the main structure of the body. Like the main, and the appendicular skeleton, the hands, the limbs, etc. etc. Now, the axial skeleton is like the trunk of a tree. It balances the body. It focuses the body. This is the main part basically. And the forelimbs or the hind limbs, or you can say hands and legs, are the branches of that tree. Now, remember I told you about the cartilage in the starting of this vlog? Yes, this is that cartilage only. It is a connective tissue, as I said, which is between the bones. It cushions the bones. It basically provides a cushion or a soft sofa, you can say, for the bones and allow for smooth movement. They allow for smooth movement and they reduce friction between the bones so that they do not damage each other. What does damaged cartilage cause? Yes, you're right. It causes joint pain because, do you know what is a joint? Or I shall tell it later. Okay, I will tell it later. That is okay. And it connects two bones. Basically, a joint is a place where two bones meet. You can understand this for this, yeah? I will tell you about the joints further in the PPT. Now, as we grow up, our age increases. Much of our cartilage is broken down and is replaced by bones. You have seen old people cannot bend too much. That is because of the damaged cartilage. And there are bones. Now, bones connect to form joints, as I said. Joints are places where two bones meet. I said this only. There are basically two types of joint for the class 5th syllabus. But if we come into the deep things, we have three types of joints. But for class 5, we have two joints, immovable and movable joints. Now, before we study muscular system, we need to know what are immovable joints and movable joints, right? Immovable joints, as the name suggests, they cannot move, like the joints in our skull, in our rib cage, etc., etc. And the movable joint, there are joints that help to move, like the knee joint. Knee joint is a joint which helps us to move. A shoulder joint or a neck joint. Now, movable joints is also four types. The hind joint. It helps movement in only one direction. It is present in our knees and elbow. Next is the ball and socket joint. It helps us to move our body in many directions. It is present in our shoulder. It is a ball and socket joint. It is present in our shoulder and our hips. You understand what is hip? The upper part of our leg. Next is pivot joint. It helps us to rotate, twist or bend our neck. It is basically present in neck. Our neck can rotate only 180 degree. Try this. And next is a gliding joint. Gliding joint is basically rubbing. It helps movement in 360 degree, like in our ankles, in our wrists. And let's come to the muscular system. What do muscles do now? The muscular system moves substances throughout the body. Yes, we know that. It connects bones of the skeletal system. It transports food through digestive system, blood through circulatory system, fluid through excretory system. There are types of muscles too on some basis. There are two types of muscles on the basis whether they are in a control or not. Voluntary and involuntary muscles. The voluntary muscles are the muscles that are in our control. For example, the muscles of our hand. We only move our hand when we need it, or our hand will start moving like this. No, that is impossible. If we want, our hand will move, and if we don't want, our hand will not move. Similar way is this mouth. I am speaking myself now. My brain is sending me order. My mouth is not opening itself. It opens itself only. Nobody is controlling my mouth. Involuntary muscles. They are the muscles that are not in control, like the muscles of our heart. We cannot control them. The muscles of our lungs, we cannot control them. Who will be thinking how do muscles work and what is the meaning of this diagram? This is a diagram of how do muscles work. Let us take an example of our hand muscles. Now there are majorly two muscles in our hand. We can say four limbs. The muscle which is present in the upper arm, on the upper side of the humerus bone. It is a bone. This one. Sorry. This bone. This upper part bone. This is humerus. This is ulna. This one, and this is radius. On the upper part of the humerus, there is a muscle called biceps, and on the lower part, below that, basically below that and up, there is a muscle biceps, and below a triceps. We know what are the muscles present in our hand majorly. Now, how do these muscles work? Basically, when we lift up a weight, by chance you have lifted up a dumbbell, the biceps contract. We use biceps muscles. This part now, the part which is present upside humerus will rise up, will contract, and the downer part, the below part, will become less wider, less shorter. And when we put down the weight, the triceps will contract, the lower muscle, and the biceps will relax. You can see that by yourself in your hand. This is the whole chapter basically, and the main motive of the chapter is the knowledge of skeletal and muscular system can help us in chemistry. And today's final words are: the performer who focuses the best wins the most. Friends, if you like this video, please subscribe our channel and like the video and share this video with others if you get some information from the video. And please write your rating for the video in the comment section. Bye bye. Thank you.